Yeah, I'm coming. Gotta get my makeup and my face on. Gotta get it all going. What's up, everybody? Ben's Brick Designs. It's Ben. How you doing, guys? I do not mean Lego Geek and Glenn and the Mad Mango. How you doing? Thanks for being here. We are at the tail end of the 72-hour Lego community stream marathon, and if you were to go right now over to an old video of mine and check in the description, because I didn't put it in this one, and look up Bricksmith, they are closing out the stream. Please go give them a visit. They are a great streamer. I've hung out with them a little bit. That's part of the 72-hour stream festival thing, is to kind of get to know other streamers and other builders and other collectors, and they're great. So go over to their channel, Bricksmith, give them some love, give them a like, subscribe if you haven't. The makeup doesn't help. It doesn't. As somebody who was in theater, I know that makeup does nothing for this mug. Sleepy Kodiak, howdy on Twitch. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. So, without further ado, I will say that we are going to, this is a giveaway stream tonight. I don't have the thing to give away, but it is to generate enough comments to give away something to somebody. So I'm at like 196 subscribers. That's close enough to 200. I'm hoping by the end of this, share it around, get some more people to subscribe. Anybody who comments tonight on Facebook or on Twitch or on YouTube, I will find you. We'll do a randomized pick from the comments, and I will purchase a nice little $20, $25 Lego set, and I'll send it to you as a way of saying thanks for subscribing and thanks for being here and hanging out with me on Sundays and Thursdays. So I'll keep bringing this up as the night goes on. I don't really have anything to do tonight. I don't have anything to build or really design, so I was going to do some instruction stuff. I had my son test out the instructions for the owl, and he had some suggestions, so I'm going to go put those into practice, and then I'm going to try to get the graphics really nice on it, and then maybe watch an upload to Rebrickable. Who knows? I may also try to do some Bricklink ordering. This is going to be a super fun stream tonight, you guys. You have no idea how boring this is going to be, but hang with me. We're gonna get through it together. I parted out the Fireball, so the next one next microfighter will be. You can see Kaz in there, Kazuda Ziono from Resistance. He's in there, so that's going to be the next microfighter, is the Fireball. But I rebuilt it, so I'm going to get rid of this, because I've got a bunch of parts that I need to change out on Bricklink. So I'm going to pull that down in Studio as well and upload it to Bricklink and do some stuff there. Minifigure Collector, how you doing? Cy O'Connor, thanks for coming up, guys. Again, do not skip out on Bricksmith. It's 72-hour stuff. He's pulling it in. He's the last one. He's wrapping it all up. It's bound to be a big one. Go over there, say hi, come back. I'll be here for an hour and a half or so. Again, if you comment on the stream tonight and we get to 200 subscribers, I will do a randomized commenter picker thing next time, and I'll have a set to show which one we'll give away. I don't know what I'm going to get yet. A Speed Racer space set, something like that. So anyway, Fireball. Next one we're going to do after that is going to be the Twilight. There's a hairless, I've already picked out Twilight. So I'm going to order the parts for these. Also, this is what we worked on last time, in case anyone didn't see it. Finished this. This is the Resistance Y-Wing. This was a lot of fun to build. This is what I did on the 72-hour stream. Glenn, I was going to say that. I was actually going to suggest that. If you won, I may actually not actually enter you. You've got enough Lego. But I appreciate your support. When all this pandemic crap is over, I owe you a beverage of your choice at the brewery of your choice, let's say. We should hook up for drinks. Anyway, this was a fun build. I really like the engines. They're a little squishy. but I think the way they handled that sort of the engine venting, the exhaust piping back there, it's really nice. Really good use of these connectors here, these hinge connectors, and the Technic axles. Good stuff. A lot of good greebling up top there. I stole a couple. Oops, there's a bomb coming out of this. One of these where you rotate the thing and the bomb comes out of the bottom of it. That's what that thing on the back is for. It's a good droid. That's a very pretty droid with that nice seafoam color. No pilot, no official pilot, right? Because apparently the Resistance at this point is made up of friends. So you have, I don't even remember her name. It's on the box. Kyrie, Kyla, Miram. It's a Star Wars name. I forget what her name is already. It's not Denise Richardson either. It's Felicity. It's the girl from Felicity. I forget. Beth would know. And then, of course, Poe Dameron. And then the best part is a single-piece Dio. So that's good. So that was fun. That was the 72-hour stream for me. I built most of that, and I had to finish it up later because I only had an hour. Sleepy Kodiak's making dinner, testing FNV mods, and keeping my cat company. So I'm happy to have channels. Happy to have a channel to support. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Mad Mango laughs out loud. Okay, so this is what I did this week. This is my, if you haven't seen on Instagram, this is my microfighter of, that's a little loud. Microfighter of, music tonight is brought to you by, where is it? Harris Heller on Spotify. He's done all his music as copyright-free, stream-friendly. He put it all up there. There should be no strikes against you if you use his music during your stream. Give him a shout. Give him a subscribe. Donate if he's got it. I know I'm going to shortly. In the meantime, so this is the Profundity Microfighter. This was one that I just got all the parts for last week, but I wasn't able to build it because I got the parts after the 72-hour stream started. So this stand is the Scarif Stand, and that little piece is not what I expected it to be. So this is the Profundity, which is an MC-75 Mon-Cal. It's an MC-75 Star Cruiser, Mon Calamari design. You can tell it's the big gray swoopy things with tan and green and stuff. And the stand is Scarif. So that's the shield generator on Scarif. That's half of it. And then there's a little Star Destroyer there. So this is the battle over Scarif. And that's what this is. This was a really fun build. I think the best part of it for me was figuring out the, and I just totally broke it. These 1x2 clears, trans clears, got the clutch power. This little bit on the bottom, I wanted to greeble it. There really doesn't need to be anything there, and I thought this would be kind of cool, but it's like a loose tooth back here, so I may do something else. I'll just put a pip or something back there. This part I'm really happy with. There's a gap there, but I really like it's a 3-wide, right? The only problem is this doesn't hold together in the original instructions, so I'm going to have to fix that. That 1x3 isn't there holding this together. But it worked out well. The only thing I would have changed is there's a giant hangar bay right in the dead center of this thing in the original ship. But those kind of empty sockets on those wedge sloped pieces kind of make up for that. So I think it looks good. It's very solid. It's very swooshable. This piece right here, this dark gray barb, right? That thing, not the 1x1 on top of it, but the dark gray, hard to find. And they're not expensive, they're just hard to find. I needed one, and there were only, at the time of ordering, at the time of broadcasting, it was one of 2 that you could find in the US. There's a bunch in Europe, but this was one of 2 in the US. That doesn't mean people don't have it, that just means on Bricklink, that was the availability. So yeah, this is the base, as you can see a little better. It's just a blue base because Scarif is pretty oceany, and it's got some land masses and stuff I just threw on there. This is a Theta class shuttle, or I think it's a Theta class. The big gray one with the 2 sets of wings that, they fold down like that as it flies, the one they stole in Rogue One. And then there's your little Star Destroyer, and then the shield gate, half the shield gate. So I really like the way this turned out. It was fun. It's going to sit over there now with my pantheon of microfighters with little stands. Yeah, so moving on. Let's see. Thanks, Glenn. How do you decide what figure goes in the microfighter? That's a good question, minifigure collection. Minifigure collector. So most of the time there's already a ship with a figure, right? So this is already an actual set. It's an actual ship, and it's got Von Reg in it. For the Profundity, you put Admiral Raddus in it. It's the flagship. He's the admiral. You put him in it. There are other, and I totally just destroyed that one. This one was a little weird because this is the Raddus from Last Jedi, and you have the opportunity to either put Admiral Holdo or General Leia. And this is General Leia after The Force Awakens. This is her Force Awakens outfit. I don't know that there's a later version of General Leia. But I put General Leia in this because Admiral Holdo is going to be in a Virgilia-class bunker buster microfighter, because that's the ship she came from before she was put on the Raddus. And this is, of course, the Raddus above, what is the planet they're on? Dakar. And it's got little escape shuttles, little resistance escape shuttles following it. So that's that stand. Yeah. So it really depends. I've got a handful of other ones. Razor Crest obviously needs the Mandalorian. It kind of depends on the microfighter. The Twilight would have Anakin. Fireball would have Cassiano. It's just the primary person associated with that ship. I'm new to your channel and love it. I linked the stream into the Discord. Hey, Sai, I really appreciate that. So, Sai, I have a question for you because you are, correct me if I'm wrong, you are of the European variety of viewer. So I realize that 8 o'clock is like, it's got to be like 3 in the morning there, right? 3 or 4 in the morning. I do have a Sunday night stream, and then I have a Thursday night stream, both at 8 o'clock. I was thinking of moving one of those, the Sunday night one, to like 10 a.m. Sarah Star Bricks, Solo, Brick Builder, Brickin' It, all those guys, I want to be able to have them watch it as well or participate if I start doing StreamYard or stuff. So if I did it at 10 in the morning on Sunday, would you guys be okay with like doing a thing? Anyway, I thought about doing that. That makes it easier for me to have like a Sunday night dinner and whatever. So, and I'm not doing anything Sunday during the day. So that's great. M Productions, how you doing? Synthetic Mason, hey man. Good to see you, Travis. Congratulations on the subs. I appreciate it, man. You are one of those many people. So yeah, let me see if I can pull up. I'm going to pull up. What's better than something? Oh, what's better than not hearing commercials? So this is for minifigure collector. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. You're not going to see that. Let's go to scene and this. So this is going to be a little weird, but I'll show you the list that I have of microfighters and all their pilots. So for things that are like Legends era stuff, it's really weird to pick which minifigure goes with it. It's usually the person, like the last one we did was Kirsta Agate with the Starhawk. And I don't know that she actually commanded a Starhawk because I'm still reading the Aftermath novels, but somebody suggested that, so I put that in there. A little Basil Hayden and Cherry Coke Zero. So that's what we're rocking tonight because I haven't been able to buy any beer. I only have 196 though. I know, this is trying to get people up to 200. If I get up to 200, then the next one will be announcing who gets the prize. And I'm going to try to do as fairly as possible. We did this for 100 as well, where I'm going to take the chat. This is piping into Discord, so I'll just copy it out of Discord and put it into a spreadsheet, do a randomizer, pick a person, and then try to contact them or figure out how to get in touch with them. So come back, and then you'll see who won. And then I'll do my best to get a hold of you. We'll do the announcement then. So yeah, you guys get me 4 more. That's what I'm looking for. Let's see. Let's just do some images so I can kind of show you a couple of the weird ones. Some of these, there's a lot that I've done that are just Rebel pilot, TIE fighter pilot. So this is like A9 Vigilance, right? That's just a random TIE pilot. Acclimator class, this is just a random Imperial officer. Alpha class Starwing, random TIE fighter pilot, but you give him red arms because he's a special pilot. Scout Walker ATDP arc cannon, it's got a Scout Walker pilot. This would have like, the problem also is that Studio doesn't have all the minifigure availability, so you kind of have to make it up. M Productions, can you help me get up to 150? I'm at 141. You know what? I'm going to go look you up right after this, and I will, I'll subscribe. So everybody go subscribe to M Productions. Let me see if I can find your channel. I don't know if it'll let me do this in the thing. Block user. No, I'm not going to block user. Yeah, let me see if I can do that real quick. If you can click on it on your own in the chat, go to their channel, subscribe, that'd be great. Yeah, so, Wookiees, Obi-Wan on a Boga. This one's kind of weird, BT Thunderclap. I don't know who this pilot is anymore. This is like Cade Skywalker. This is a random New Republic pilot, so there's some things where it's obvious who to put in there. This would be old clone Commander Cody. This is like a random bounty hunter in the Death Raven. This is just a Jedi consular because that was in the original set. This is, what's his name? Pell something or other, that 2-armed guy who is kind of a dick to all his clones. Sorry. So yeah, I mean, it really depends on the ship. But yeah, there's the free Virgilia class bunker buster, and that's got Admiral Holdo in it. So yeah. Anyway, now that we're doing this, oh wait, I still want that. Because I need to pull down the Fireball, because I've got Studio open, but I need to be able to pull down the Fireball and show you the redesign. Don't leave out the dot. It's M. Productions, people. M. Productions. Go find it on YouTube, subscribe, give them a like on their most recent video. Get them up to 150. So basic, like a TIE Advance would have Vader. No, TIE Advance would just be another TIE pilot. TIE Advance was just Advanced TIE pilot. Oh, my mistake. TIE Defender. I was thinking TIE Defender. Yes, TIE Advanced. Let me see if I have it. Here's my box. For you new people, I will show you some of the other ones that I've got. Because some of them are a little weird. I'm going to switch back to full real quick while we do this. Because I've got really nothing better to do, and I know I've got some new subscribers. So this is basically what I do on this channel, is design and build these. So here is your... I don't even remember what type of ship this is. It's called the Houndstooth. It is Bosk's ship, right? A lot of these are Legends ships. These don't exist anywhere other than EU stuff, old EU Legends stuff. So that's the Houndstooth. Let me see if I can find Vader's TIE Advanced. I know a lot of other people... A lot of other people are doing microfighters too. The Trending Bricks are really good, and Macquarie Studios, or Macquarie something, is really good. This is Dengar's ship, the Punishing one. So that's his ship. Again, a lot of these you don't see outside EU comics or novels or games, like the game miniatures. So this one was kind of fun to build. It's a good size. Some of these are a little big. Some of these aren't even mine. They're other people's designs. Let's see. Yeah, so here's Darth Vader in his... So I can do this without breaking it. Nope. And a lot of these I built in Studio and then was like, these pieces don't work worth a dang. So imagine he's also got a lightsaber, but there's your TIE Advanced. It's got that scalloped back end. But yeah, so you'd put Darth Vader in a TIE Advanced, right? So, and I've got a bunch of these. I've got a whole box of these to go through and make nice little stands for. I've got like this, I can't remember what that one was. That's the Tana V4. I've got a TIE Reaper, a TIE Defender. Here's that Arc Walker prototype. Here's the Republic Y-Wing. That's probably the next one I need to get a nice stand for, because that was one of my first ones. The TIE Bomber, which is one of my bigger ones. It's huge, but it's basically the same body as the official TIE Fighter from, or not TIE Fighter, but TIE Interceptor from Lego, and I just basically doubled it, but it's way too big. Like, there's some things that I'm like, that's egregious. Let's see, Ben201. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you everybody I really appreciate it. So Sunday night or Thursday night, we will have I'll announce who won. We'll actually do it on the channel live and get some music back in here. And we'll figure it out. I'm ordering some stuff for myself anyway. So while I'm at it, I will order a $20, $25 set, and we'll send it out to one of you lucky chatters in the chat. Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're coming from, I'll try to find you. Let's see. Nice. Rally the troops. Could you done the lizard? Oh, what are those called? The Mandalorian creatures. Yeah, I think I've added that to my list, but I think somebody's already done it, and it's really good. So I'm not above. I want to build everything, but I've got like 200 or so models. Some of them are other people's. I mean, if I can find theirs and it's older or they don't have it still, I'm going to try to reverse engineer it. Because some people do some good stuff. All right, so Fireball, here we go. Hopefully, I don't have that up here yet. So I thought I would have saved it. Oh, it's because it's not called Fireball. It's called Kaz Xiono Ship. No, it's not. I was going to try to download it and see if I needed to finish it, because I do need to finish it. We can work on that for a little bit. I also wanted to get the OWL instructions done, so maybe we'll get to that as well. Blurg, that's it, the Blurgs. Yeah, somebody had done a Blurg already. I think it was pretty good. They've already got dewbacks. I did the BOGO. Somebody did a really good Chibi Bantha before Lego came out with their Bantha. And it was fantastic, and I was really a little jealous of it. Because it was just adorable. I thought, yeah, there we go. So, yeah, let's download that. And then open it up in Studio. If you guys are not familiar with Studio, this is the software that Bricklink has put out that it basically allows you to design ships and then upload the parts list to Bricklink, and then you can order everything from Bricklink. So I have done IG-88's ship. I haven't built it yet, though. It is called the IG-2000. See if I got an image of it. That's IG-88's ship, the IG-2000. So this is the first time I had to build a ship that had droid legs in it. But I tried to do it so there's a bracket right there so his feet actually click into it so he doesn't fall out with the ship. Because I noticed a lot of battle droid stuff, they have a tile in there and you just kind of set them in there. But it has to be swooshable, so it has to be able to kind of click in there. This is a weird one because it's a little more V-shaped and very smooth, and it was hard to get that look in this ship. So yeah, so this is the Fireball. I got stuck. This was originally a lot bigger. I had some hinges along here that were making, because the wings kind of do like a Spitfire thing where they're slightly down and then they swoop back up. But it was really big, so I decided to kind of cheat and just put a little slope there. Kind of gives it the same look. But now I'm stuck on this weird thing up front here. I originally had, and I'll show you what I originally had. And I'm going to try to move this back because I feel like I'm reaching. And how does that look? I'm very tall in that. Okay, anyway. So I originally had this as a neck holder. I didn't have this bracket here. I had this neck holder, neck bracket. And then this was just attached right there. But I didn't like the way that looked. And you have to hinge it and turn it 45 degrees. Right? That looks okay. It doesn't quite line up with that. And it still leaves a little bit of a gap right here. So, synthetic mason. Travis, I've got, if I can just send you the drive. Yeah, it's just, I've got a bunch. I wish that it would show like the number. Oh, those are the instructions. But yeah, I've got a ton. I mean, think of a ship, and I probably have done it. If I haven't, I'll add it to my list. What series is that from? Which one? The Fireball? This one that I'm working on? This is from Star Wars Resistance. So this is the one that was on Disney XD or something. And it's very, very kid-friendly. The main character, Kaz Ziono, is a bit of a doofus. I'm not a big fan of the show, but I watch it because it's Star Wars, and I kind of want to have like a completist vision of everything. So this is Kaz. He's rad hairpiece, right? That's a super awesome hairpiece. That dual mold. It's really awesome. This ship is also from the actual one is from Resistance as well. So Resistance is good if you don't mind childlike Star Wars stuff, because this is very much, Kaz is like a Forrest Gump character. He dumbs his way through the whole thing. It's all pratfalls and lucking his way into stuff. So this is the whole show centers around this base, or this kind of outpost, that there's these ace racers, and it's a sort of an outpost for people to come and trade and get fueled up and repair, and then while they're there, they can watch these ace racers make this racing circuit. And this ship was one of the character's old racers from back when he was a pilot, and it kind of becomes the default ship for Kaz. Kaz is actually a graduate of the Imperial Navy, or Republic Navy. I think at that point it's the Republic Navy. And so he knows how to pilot an X-Wing. He's a fairly good pilot, but he's just kind of an idiot in the rest of the show. So it's kind of hard to watch. They do have a lot of great ships, though. So they have this one, Griff Halloran's TIE Ugly, for lack of a better term. There's a pilot named Red. Her ship. I forget what her character's name is, but she is a Red fighter. Tora Doza, I think her name is. She's got basically an R-41 Star Chaser, and you'll recognize that from like the old X-Wing series of games. And then I think that's it. Then, Donald Faison plays a character called Faison. And I'm like, oh, really? He's got another. So there's like 5 ace ships that they race. But they also have to start defending the base because the First Order shows up. And then the base turns out to not to just be this little platform, but it's a huge, it lifts out of the water, and it looks kind of like Starkiller or, not Starkiller, Starforge or something. It's this big vertical kind of ship. And then they flee and go find their First Order, or the Rebellion, basically. They're trying to flee the First Order. The Resistance. God, I'm trying to keep up with this. So anyway, the stretched black and white ship. Yeah, that was, let's see, Griff. I forget what this was called. What's his, let me see if I can just find it, because it's been a while since I did it. was one of the first ones I did. So speaking of uglies, here's some uglies for you. A defender, a tie speeder, some regular, a tie wing. Okay, so here's what the original looked like. I think it was too big to be a microfighter. I didn't like how big these wings were, right? But you can see that neck piece right here. I don't know. I think that's probably fine. I know I did a neck bracket on another thing recently and it didn't hold on really well, so I kind of want to make it a little more structurally stable. What was that dude's ship's called? This one, Black Ace, I guess, for lack of a better term. So there's an actual Lego set of this one too, and then this is the microfighter version. I still need to order parts for it. So yeah, I've got a ton, Let's go back to this. All right. So let's just leave it at this because I can't think of a better way to do this. I want to keep this piece right here. The General Grievous' wheeled walk thing. So I have a problem doing really small stuff that's already really small. But I might take a crack at that just because it seems to be pretty fun. And I've seen some pieces that I could use for that would look really great on it. Also, somebody that I follow on Instagram's already done one, and anytime I see that, I'm like, nope, I can't do that now. Because they're very good at what they do. Trending Brick is just amazing. And Macquarie Studios is really good too. Like he's been posting a lot more on Instagram, and it's so good. It just kind of hurts my feelings because he's so good at it. And he's also doing instructional videos with all his builds, so it's kind of awesome. It just goes chibi, right? Yeah, basically. It's not really a microfighter at that point. It's just kind of a super deformed, chibi looking thing because it's already small. So let's put that back in there. And I'm just going to leave that like that for now. I mean, you can see what I'll show you what the fireball. So this is what the ship looks like. So it's got this weird front end thing. That's a pretty good shot of it. So, I mean, I also should put a boat bottom on that. Provided it comes in yellow. And I think it does. Ta-da! So that's the other thing is it's got to be in parts that are that color. You can't build stuff that is not in the color because then if I make a parts list and it looks bad if they don't exist. There was another part that I had to get rid of and was part of the impetus for redesigning this. It was a 2-length lift arm. Lift arm. But it was super hard to find. This one, this Technic lift arm, but only this one in that size, right? So I couldn't find any in the US, and I wanted it to be that color. So you can see it says it's $12 per part, and I'm like, I am not getting that piece. That was the original engine right here. It was just kind of smashed on like that, which I thought looked better. It looked better, but I'm not paying $12, and nobody in the US had it. So I was kind of like, fart. So I just did that. How about using one of those new Speed Champion hull caps for that front bit? So I don't know if Studio has that. Are they called hubcaps? Because I don't think... If it's fairly new, Studio may not have it yet. And I don't know if I just type in hubcap. Yeah. I mean, one of these? Because, I mean, that's a good size. My question then is, how do I attach it? I have to have an axle or maybe a stud. I don't know if that'll fit a stud, because some of these won't fit even if you have an axle. Axle pin. Some of these, they updated something recently, and it's bothering me because it's so hard to find some pieces now. And I know that fits, but we have to raise it. So that's the other thing. It doesn't really fit the whole thing. It's a good size. I almost feel like putting, because if you look at the ship itself, it's got a little depth to it. But, you know, I try to do a little bit of everything in the ship, which is how some of these get really big, is that I'm trying to do every little detail, but in like 1x1 tiles, you know, so it just ends up building these 1x1 tile massacres all over the place. So let's get that back up there. And again, I tried doing a bracket, but a bracket sticks out even farther than this. And it's got a big old square thing right in the middle, but I wonder if I do a 2x2, 1x2 bracket. So if I did this, did that, because this wouldn't line up. See, that doesn't line up there. And then if you put like a jumper right here, so it hits in the middle of that right there, it looks good, it lines up right, but then there's all these gaps around this thing. It's so frustrating. No, it's like a smaller than 2x2 rounded with one negative stud on the back. They may not have it if it's called a hubcap. 2x2 round. See if they have anything that looks like it. Would it be a wheel? Would it be considered a wheel? Or if you know the part number, I could look it up by part number. Or I can probably look up, let's go to Bricklink. And it's a speed racer, or speed. Speed champions. I keep calling them speed racer. Go speed racer. Go speed racer. Go speed racer. Go. How come you don't have my login in here? Nobody look at my password. Okay, speed champion set. So let's look at that one. You mean like these? Or Kitty. Kitty's sleeping in my box full of store-bought microfibers. These? I think you probably mean those. So let's look at that guy, because that looked positive. I think I've used some of these on my Razor Crest for the fronts of the engines. They're very cool. I just wish I remembered what they were called, because I looked up hubcap the other day and I could not find it. Okay, they were not in there. Oh, wait. There's a tire. Oh, there we go. Wheel cover. Oh, come on. Give a brother a break. Wheel cover. Yup, that's what they are. Yeah, these are pretty slick, provided they come in a color that I can use. Black or white or flat silver. Flat silver it is. So let's keep this guy over here. Get rid of that guy. Just got beeped. Oh, you sent me a message, Travis. Yup, that's it. Yeah, so I used this in my Razor Crest engine, and it totally rocks on that. If I can remember which one it was, I think it was this one, or maybe this one. One of those. Any of those would do, because that's dark bluish gray. That would work. And 20 cents, not bad, pretty cheap. Flat silver, 14 cents, even better. So we've got options. The thing is to have a stud go right there. And if we did this, it's pretty much the same as having a tile there. Because the tile I was hanging on where the stud goes right here. It wasn't sitting on that circle. It was hanging. It was 45 degrees, just kind of hanging there, which is not a great way to build something. Which is kind of why I was redoing this. So the only other way to do this would be getting rid of this, or going back farther and having, you know what, let's try that. We're going to retool this whole front end. Is having a, you'd have to have a brick with a Technic pin. Or a brick that holds a, see if I just do brick pin, it should be there, yeah. What color do these come in? Because I'd like it to be white, and they come in white. So now I don't have to worry about, here's the thing. There's these weird fins, where'd it go? Giveaway, please. Hi, Blocks World. You are a commenter, which means now you are in the running for a giveaway. Again, if you're just joining us, this is a 200 subscriber giveaway, and I believe I'm at 201. I haven't checked. But anyone who comments in this video, I will run you through a algorithm, which is a random number chooser for everybody's name that I put into an Excel spreadsheet, and I'll do that on Thursday night, and we'll find out who wins and who gets a Lego set. And which means you got to tune back in on Thursday night so I can get your information. So if you are on here and you commented Blocks World, period, Blocks World, period, come back Thursday night. I'll announce who it was, and I'll do my best to get a hold of you. Somebody may know who you are. They'll know how to get a hold of you. If you find out that you won, then and I'll put it in the description. Just come back. I'll put it in the description, and you can message me or however it works. But thanks for reminding me. Yeah. So this thing's got these weird fins, these weird front stabilizers, right? Which is what I use these guys for. And I thought it worked pretty well. Nope, it's still a commercial. So now, 2 by 2 brick round with a K, brick round. So just so you guys know, oh no, this I have to do it differently. When I am not talking to you fine viewers, I talk to myself when I'm designing anyway. It just makes it so much easier. Talk out loud. Talk it out. Get it all out. What are you thinking? Pin, axle. There's also adding parts to it, which adds the piece count, which I'm not terribly thrilled with, but as long as it's swooshable.
This works only
Shush. So many commercials. All right. The other thing is I'm not able to get this striped, so this will just have to be yellow. I could put a, what can that be? I'll leave that white. 1 by 2 jumper. Maybe I have one of those 2x2 cylinders with the pinholes. Yeah, yeah, that's actually good. Brick, round, pin. The only problem with these is I don't think now I can, it depends on what's, I can't attach that. So, you have to do, and does it come in yellow? It does. So get rid of that, and then you do a half pin, and these come in multiple 2s of colors. So this is going to be kind of, these half pins have no friction on them, so this thing's going to spin, I think. The blue ones maybe, I think, or the blue or the gray ones, one of the two do not sit still, right? But now I can do, ew, look at those studs on the front there. Those look weird. But now I can do a 2x2 round tile jumper. Nope. And tile mod. Okay. There's one with a, oh, there we go. Boom. Boom. All right, so I like it as long as I can figure out some of these, how to do fins. And most things that have a stud in them can fit in there. So let's get rid of all this. And I see that's got a crossbar. That's got a weird. This is somebody's render. That's not actually from the show. I think that's more from the show. I just need something from the show. You search for Fireball and my stupid microfighter comes up. That's pretty funny. It's got a weird crossbar in it, so I think actually this almost works the best, you know? But these look really cool, so I don't know. What do you think? That? So in order to attach this, let's line this up. It's a little loud. These out of the way because I'm not quite sure I want this just yet, but it's good. I'll give you that. So let's line it up and then make it work once it's on there. And then has to be a little lower. Oh yeah, I'm digging this. This is pretty good. Blocks World, how you doing? Tell me. Hey, there's Bagel Lover. Will I ship all over the world? That is a good question. I guess. It's only a $20 set, so I've had problems shipping and receiving stuff from other countries. But if you win, we can talk about it. So I'm not saying no, I'm just saying, you know, the no purchase necessary, continental United States and international shipping is fine. If the shipping is really expensive, we'll see. For the fins, jumper plate on each side. Well, hear me out, because I think there's these sexy new, and I forget what they're called. I know that I just have to look for them. I know where they are, but I don't know what they're called. It's the things that you put on, that people put on sets that are translucent, and they've got like it's a 1x1. Oh, why don't I put 1x1? 1x1 bar, because it's to get mod. It's to get them to look like they're floating or they're holding something, but it's trans clear. I'm never gonna find it. When I'm looking for other things, it just shows up. Oh, I'm gonna need these anyway, so I'm gonna get one of these. Monkey 11. Ooh, we have to comment on the live stream or on the video. Live stream. Got to be in the live stream. I'm going to go through as soon as the live stream's done, and I'm going to go to my Discord channel, which, in the link, Discord channel. And I'm just going to take out all the comments, and I'm going to save them to a text file so I don't lose them. And then I'll slowly put them into a spreadsheet so I have them. Yeah. And then I'll do a random number generator and pick the row of that name. God, what is that piece called? I wish I could look it up by... it's a minifig. Let's just say utensil. It might be in there too. They have straight ones and they have ones that are slightly bent. And both of them are trans clear. Like, they don't make them in any other color. It's so they look like they're jumping. Or I think the Luke on Dagobah had one. So he could look like he was balancing on a rock. Or, using the Force. In fact, let's just do that. Let's look it up. Dagobah? I don't think this is the set. It might be. Nope. Training. I think it was called like Jedi Training or something. Sleepy Kodiak. Sleepy Kodiak also was on Twitch, so that was pretty rad. 6. Nope, I guess not. Yoda. Was it not called like training at Yoda's hut? There we go, Yoda's hut. Oh god, this is taking entirely too much of my time. So, I just gotta find that stupid piece. So how's everyone doing? Depending on what part of the world, country / area you are in, how's everybody adjusting? Handle. I knew it was something like that. So just for you it works better? Did you notice any problems on it? On the quality or anything when you were over there? Other than it not work for you very well? Is it called minifig handle? Nope. 1 by 1. How about 1 by 1 handle? I don't want to be scrolling forever. This is really... There we go. Ah! Okay, well, it's not exactly what I wanted, but... Because I know these come in tan, and I can do this. I don't know how far they'll go before it breaks. Probably not that far. Wish the number wasn't in the way. Get out the way. Move, B, get out the way. It goes about that far. I don't like that. So, we do another clip. Okay, I'm not big on this song. Oh, it's just me. Twitch doesn't play well with my phone. Oh, okay, cool. Well, I appreciate it. Mad Mango, So yeah, how's everybody doing? This kind of stuff is what keeps me moving forward. Being stuck in our house, because I'm guessing a lot of you are in the U.S. I'm thinking that Block's World is not. Otherwise, he wouldn't be asking me to ship international. That's totally fine. But it sucks donkey figs here. It's so bad, and I can't even handle the people. Oh, it's too much. Who are just being ridiculous and not caring about the rest of the world. It's so frustrating. We're just going to be in here forever. Yeah, I don't like that at all. It sticks out too much. So what were you saying, Travis? Jumper plates? Like so? Yeah, I mean, that could work. Doesn't have to be fin-like, it could just be that. I think it's got earmuffs. I am going to do one of these up top. Actually, I want them to be the newer ones with the X. Those come in tan. Alright, so I've spent entirely too much time on this. I wanted to do the owl instructions, but beggars can't be choosers, yeah? This will get done. I'll do the owl instructions tomorrow. Does that sit high enough? It does. And then we can do a I gotta wait for the photo to load, dude.
Been thinking about coming back to
Good lord, I have to get premium. This is just getting ridiculous. Nah, okay. 1x2 tile. Oh, really? Can I cheat a little? That's a bit too much of a cheat right there. That won't fly. Well, I could always just do. Oh wait, that needs to be a different color anyway. It needs to be yellow, and we'll just do a 1 by tile there. By 1 tile. With groove, gotta be with groove. Alright, so let's get rid of that. How's that look? Yeah? I would rather these be sloped down a little bit, but I can't really figure out how to do that. I can't be arsed to muck with it right now because it's not really what I wanted to be doing tonight. So I gotta put a 1x2 plate in there. I sent you another pickup on Insta. View photo. Ooh, is that a bar? I can't really see. I gotta take my old man glasses off. Oh, that is sexy. Yeah, man. I like that. What is that wheel around there that you got going on? That's pretty choice, man. Is it a 3 bar? Bar 3L. So let's get rid of these for now. Is that... Yeah, you can just hold them there. Because it's not going to fit. But you could put a half a pin in there and it will hold it. With the idea of it just kind of frictionally being held on either side. Frictionally? It's going to rattle around in there though. I mean, it's going to kind of do this. Right? Yeah, but I guess if it's got enough pressure on it, you could like just kind of Push the pins up a little bit. Yeah, that's not bad, dude. I like it. I mean, it sucks. Go back to doing your Transformers and your GoBots. I kid. Uh-oh, I got copy going on. That's not bad. I like that that wheel too, but I don't know. It's a night neck spider. Oh yeah. I think that probably only comes in gold. I'm good with how this looks right here. So I'm totally okay with that. But that's really slick. You got to remember that. So I'm going to be done with this because I want to jump over to the owl really quick. Plates. Has to be white too. So those of you who are new to Studio, be careful when you are making items because the first plate that you will always run into is an electric plate, which is one that is for clicking on wires and connecting to motors and lights and stuff. That's not what you want. For some reason, they bury the actual plates that you need. All right, I'm going to call this done. So what we're going to do, that's pretty cool, yeah. I'm okay with that. That looks good. Thanks, Travis. So I'll sign in. If I can remember my password. And we're going to upload it to Bricklink. And I'm going to go ahead and go to Bricklink and get rid of the other. I hate Mac so much. Just go to the top. And then I have to redo all this. But it's totally worth it. Fireball. I'm going to get rid of these. I have to do setup. Delete. There is a plugin that you can get that is a I think it's a Chrome plugin, but you can manage your list. You can merge lists. You can delete bulk lists. It's pretty fly. So then we're going to upload, and hopefully this doesn't crap out because somehow it opens it in Safari. Accept cookies. Oh, but I'm still logged in. Fantastic. So this is no longer Kazuda's ship. We're going to call this the Micro Fighter Fireball. All right. Proceed to verify items. And, yeah, this is all good. Nothing should be conflicting because I didn't see any exclamation points in there. Good to go. We're going to close Safari because I do not like it. All right, so we're done with that. Done. Now, let's see if we can pull down, where'd it go? Go back up to here. Now, Barn Owl. Y'all, I'm super excited about this because I had my son work on it the other day, and he's like, this is a really good set. So I'm going to put it up on Rebrickable, and you too can have a copy. You got to buy all your parts. I'm not going to send you the parts. But the instructions were just, there are so many groups within groups within groups. So, but yeah, if you haven't seen it, this is the Barn Owl set that I had up on Ideas for a while. I redid the stand because the stand was not great. I shored up a couple of structural areas under the legs. I shored up a couple of things on the tail feathers. I made it simpler inside. And then I changed the face a little bit so there wasn't this big gap right here where the face was. I didn't do anything with the wings, although I'd like to go back and redo some of these wing bits. A friend of mine also said that these parts are kind of hard to get. These curved, or these rounded 4x8 plates. If I don't have the actual set with me, but the one I have is actually so old it's a waffle back plate. It's not a tube back plate. So they're not hard to find. I think you can buy them okay. Anyway, I never really finished the underside of this, and for as much crap as I give Lego for not finishing the undersides of things. I mean, to wit, here's your Y-wing with like almost nothing going on under there, but they greeble the crap out of the top of it. I don't do anything with the underside of the wings, So I could have figured out how to put some more feather things back there. I was thinking of those blades that came on they come in a bunch of stuff, but like the early ones were like construction vehicles, but also what's his name? Anakin's pod racer had those 3 yellow ones. If they came in white, I think they would make good feathers underneath. But I think I'm just gonna be done with it and kind of deal with it. Also, they don't make these in tan, so what are you gonna do? Anyway, so now I need to. Yes. Why are you? Oh, because I haven't done it here before. Okay, so hopefully the instructions are still where I left them as part of the I/O file. But I am going to run through them real quick, so just to make sure. So the stand is one group, and you can see all the steps. Step, 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 step. Okay, so that's done. Let's just go to the page design, because I think this is all good. So the first thing I got to do is I got to insert. Oh, what was that? I got to download that too. Yeah, download that. A little lo-fi for you. I'm gonna turn this up. So come here and we're gonna do insert page before, and we're gonna do insert image, and we're gonna do splash page, and we're gonna hold down shift to make this scale. And I have to do this because otherwise people steal it. It's got all my socials. Alright, so page. Try to do this. So this is something that it does where it's like it's just a matter of like the grouping. I can't figure it out. So I almost have to write in here, no actual step. Because there's no actual step there. But for whatever reason it wants to create, and I cannot find it. I can't find it in the actual step of the model itself. And I've looked, I can't find it. So anyway, come back here and do all this. And that. He said all this was good. Yeah, these are upside down because they attach to the owl underneath. And that goes there. And that's the sign. So there's a new thing I didn't know about on BrickLink, where you can also download a brick designer, which allows you to put images on the bricks or design bricks. Now what you do with those afterwards, I don't have any idea, but you can make a brick to fit your model. And it's probably strictly for digital model building. It has no basis in physically being able to go to their site and find the bricks on anybody's store, because you can't find them anywhere. But I think that's pretty cool, and I would like to use it in an instance like that sign where I can just put because the Ideas bird set had like their Latin scientific names. He said this step and then this step seems pretty like they could all be one step. And I'm like, yeah, but Lego does that. They'll be like, all right, you got to put one there so you know, and then now fill it all up with all these other ones. So I'm going to leave that because I thought it was kind of funny. So there's a call out. Actually, no, that's just a buffer exchange. and then those pieces, and then that, and that, and that, and that. All right. And that's another one that's like, there's no actual step here. This is just saying, all right, so this is the face, and this is what I originally changed. This was originally a bracket. It was a 1x4 bracket with the 2 and 4, but it had that little plate, and it kind of, the whole face stuck out a little bit, and I didn't like that. So I had to redo it a little bit. His beak's a little shorter, but I think it works okay. And this all still works, I think. He said this was okay. So that works. He said this, you needed to tell him that you're going to flip it upside down, which I did. Oh, this was the thing. Okay. So then do this. Okay. So this part, I'm going to activate buffer exchange and lower this so you know. Alright. Alright, that should work. Alright, and then we'll do this part. Don't think there's anything wrong with this part. Okay, this part needs to be, yeah. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, right? You turn it upside down and attach it to that other part. Okay, I'm good. Oh, this part, yeah, this was a little weird at the beginning here.
Been thinking about coming back to...
Oh, stop with the commercials. Custom 30, what time is it? 9:11. Can I zoom in on this? I can. Scale. And I'm going to pop one of these out so you can see that it goes in the little hole. No comments. Like that. All right. So then I'm going to get back to regularly scheduled program, which is that. And then I think I can, this is pretty big, but it all fits. And then I'm going to make a flip this over sign for this, so you know to flip it over. And that's pretty explanatory. Now this was supposed to be, I don't know why this didn't stick. There. That was supposed to still be in there. Get that. Okay. All right, so told you this was going to be a boring stream. I really picked a stinker of a stream to get 200 subscribers. But again, thank you, everybody. Also, if Rick Smith is still going strong, I'm going to check out real quick. I'm going to check his. You should really go over to his stream because they're wrapping up the 72-hour. I can't believe it shouldn't be done, is it? Callin' and Ballin'. They streamed an hour ago, but nobody cares, quiet. Yeah, I thought they had, they may have been the last one. Alright. Yeah, I guess they were. I missed Zebrix too. Man, kind of wanted to see his. Anyway, link in previous, there's a previous video for 72 hours. Go through all those links. If you're a LEGO streamer, if you're a LEGO video person, go find all those people and subscribe to them. They're all great people. They all love doing this. They like hanging out with their friends and doing LEGO stuff. So there we go. And this is another, like, there's no step here. Just, you know, it's just a thing. There's no parts. So I think that's it. That's all I'm going to do for this. I'm going to go to the end, last page, and then I'm going to do a insert page after, and then do insert bill of materials. Despite the fact that by the time you actually have these instructions, you should already have the bill of materials. Wow, there's like, how many pages is that? 49 to 55, so 6 pages. Can we make them, let's scale it down. Scale it to 70%. Let's say 70. I'll cut down some pages. That's a little better. And then I don't need these. 3 page. 3 page. 3 page. Okay. So that's making instructions. I'm going to go ahead and say exit. Oh, actually, I'm going to export this. And it's going to say, do you want to replace it? I'm going to say yes. Oh, well, okay. I didn't realize it was going to take this long. So basically, if you haven't done any instructions in, this may be totally hosing my stream, by the way. If you haven't done instructions in Studio, basically it comes in 3 parts. You have to build the model in a step fashion. And if you've already built the model and you don't have them in steps, you shot yourself in the foot. And I do that all the time. I just build it and then I go, okay, now I have to worry about what step this is all done in, right? And once that's done, you go to the step editor, which is up here, and then you go through and you can see how what it looks like when the piece is added every time, right? So I think it's done. I'll do it later if it's not. Oh, no, it's still working. Okay. So in the step editor, it shows you, it would be like, okay, when this piece is added, this is what it looks like, right? All the other pieces are kind of not grayed out, but made like a wireframe, so you can see just the piece that you're working on. So you can step through and just go, okay, this place is here, this place is here. If you have any subgroups, you can look at the steps to make those subgroups, or you can make the steps for those subgroups. And then once that's done, then you open up the page editor, and this is what it looks like when it's an actual instruction book, right? So build it with steps first, go through your step editor, and make sure it all looks right, and then in the page design is where you make it look pretty. And the reason it's taken so long on this, because it's not that many pieces, but there's a lot of subgroups in it where it has to kind of render the frames around the subgroups every time, so that's why it's taking a little longer. Plus, I'm streaming at the same time. I'm also going to close out all of stuff. That should help. I think that's about all. That's all I was going to do tonight. Again, I'm going to try to order some more parts for... I'm going to try to order the Fireball parts. I'm going to rework what I have. There wasn't much of a change. I'm also getting rid of those. I had some green bars in there, some 4L green bars, and those were just pricey and expensive, and I wasn't even going to worry about that. So, are we done? Hello? I don't want to leave if you're still exporting. Yeah, so what is this? It says 7 total parts, but that's not what it is. So if you look at the model, it'll tell you how many pieces it is. 324. Not bad. Total price, 80 bucks. I think that's a little high. You probably have most of these parts in there, and I don't think there's any parts that are very unique. But you can also sort by which are the most expensive parts. So like these green 2x16 plates. It says they're $3. They're probably not $3. You probably find them cheaper than that. This is probably $2. These are a little older. But I mean, you can see which ones are the expensive ones and which ones, you know. So if you're going to shop for this, I'll have it all up on Rebrickable, and it'll have the parts list in there, and you've got most of the parts, great, you know. So yeah, so that's that. I'm going to go ahead and save this so I don't forget that I have it. The next thing that I'll probably end up doing is I don't think I'm going to get another thing to build by. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out because it takes up a lot of RAM. The next thing that I'm going to probably work on is another microfighter design. And I'll just have to look at my ship list and find out. So let's look at that real quick. Oh, you know what? I almost would rather do it over here. Not close, open. And then, because it's in my Google Docs. When was that modified? Which one was modified newer? This one. So the next ones I have to work on are a Banta has already been done by somebody. It's already been done by Lego. The Hailfire droid's done by Trending Brick and looked really good. TIE Experimental MK4 and the TIE Star Cruiser are kind of dumb. I don't really want to do those. Defoliator Deployment Tank, that's a CIS tank. That's pretty cool. The Umbaran Heavy Cannon, that's pretty cool. The Viscount Class Star Defender, let's look that up. What does that look like? Viscount Class Star Defender. If it looks cool, we'll do it. It's a Mon Calamari ship. I have a hard time with Mon Calamari ships as microfighters, only because they're bulbous, and that's a hard look to pull off at a small level, right? So here's the two that I have, and these aren't really the more bulbous of the two either. These are, you know, this one's pretty flat and smooth. This one is very shaped. Like, it's definitely got like a beaked prow, and it's got like these big sections underneath it where the hangar lives, and it's got a lot of greebling on it, and then the back end engine housing is pretty simple. But stuff like this is just really hard to kind of pull off at that level. And I found a couple ways to do it, so I might try to do that at some point. Then next we have the Strident Class Star Defender. I bet that's just another Mon Calamari. Oh, no. Okay, so this one, these are the official new New Republic stuff that was before. This is still Legends New Republic stuff. So this is part of like the Nebula class, or the new fleet style of stuff. This is supposed to be a Super Star Destroyer killer, but they're very small and very powerful in comparison. And I have a few of these already done in this style, like the gray and red, the New Republic style, but I don't really want to do that this time. Galactic Class Battle Carrier, the Dodonna. What does that look like? Galactic Class Battle Carrier. It's automatically completing it. It's another big wedge. You know, this is one of these things too where it looks like somebody in DVD and art, or so, and I've done one that looks kind of like this too already. So the Rendaring Class Assault Shuttle. That sounds promising. If you can't tell, I'm killing time till 9:30. Oh, let's see. Did I miss anything in chat so far? Nope. Rendaring Class Assault Shuttle. Ooh, that's neat. That would be a fun one. So here's the fun one. Was it called the Dodonna? No. Rendaring Class Assault Shuttle. So this is one of those things. This looks like Old Republic. Yeah. This looks like an Old Republic ship. So this is where you go find a story that this ship may have been part of, and then you determine, like here, the Lucky Lancer was it. So then you look up Lucky Lancer, and you find out who owned it or who piloted. Was Rendaring famous for surviving over the combat? Was later stored. Oh, okay. Well, then I don't have any idea. This might be. Great Galactic War. So this is going to be one of those things where you just have to kind of look at Old Republic soldiers, or stories where there may have been somebody who used one of these and then kind of make up a character to go with it, or make up a minifigure that looks like it could have been those characters, because there's a lot of characters in Old Republic and Legends era stuff that doesn't have a visual representation. So you kind of have to, or they've got 5 and it's all different. Every artist will render them differently or paint them or draw them differently. So you kind of have to come up with your own interpretation. And then go to Big Kid Bricks and have them make it for you, basically. So, the Jedi Master Orgus Din and Lieutenant Harvin Tavis were dispatched on a diplomatic mission to Balmora. They used, okay, so here you go, Jedi Master Orgus Din. I don't think I have Orgus Din, and he looks like a regular stupid human. Oh, but I like his hairstyle. I'm behind that. Also known as the Plain Jedi. Yeah, sure, why not? There was also another person involved here, Lieutenant Heron Tavis. I just clicked on a stupid ad because that thing was jumping up and down. Oh my god, he's even worse. Look at the porn stash. Republic Special Forces. This is all from the game. You can tell this is all from the game. I think I'm going to do Orgus Din, the Plain Jedi. Stumbled upon a drifting escape pod with Satil Shan. I put her on the Starforge, I think. Maybe? I forget what they... So yeah, Orgus Din. So I'm going to add Orgus Din to that, and I think that's what we'll do next time. We'll just do this weird shuttle with Orgus Din, the Plain Jedi. That'd be pretty good. That's got to be somebody's... it's got to be somebody's sig fig already. So I'm going to go ahead and kill it. I appreciate you guys stopping by. I appreciate everybody getting me to 200 subscribers. Again, come back on Thursday. We'll do a design, but we'll start out with the first part of it doing the pick for the roughly $20, $25 set that I'll be sending out to a lucky commenter. So I appreciate you guys being here, and I appreciate, oh my god, I haven't, that was, you guys have just been staring at me the whole time, and oh my god, rookie mistake, wow, I didn't have that on screen at all, so I apologize. You've just been looking at me while I talk to myself for like 20 minutes. Thank you very much for being here. I'll see you Thursday. Yeah, and that's all I got. So have a good one. Everybody stay safe. Remember to contribute to any of those links I have in the descriptions, the NAACP, ACLU, Southern Poverty Law Center, Black Lives Matter. Don't forget about any of these people. Don't forget about what we're fighting for. Stay safe. Stay inside. Put on your mask. Wash your hands. And I will see you on Thursday. Good night.